The Florida police officer who shot and killed a musician whose car broke down on a highway has been fired. The city of Palm Beach Gardens says the officer, Nouman Raja, may still face charges in the case. Al Jazeera's Inez Ferre is in Miami with the details.
The city put out a statement saying an independent criminal investigation into the officer-involved shooting is still ongoing. On October 18th, Jones was stopped on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck after performing at a show. Officer Raja, not in uniform, stopped to investigate the stopped vehicle. We still don't know all the details of that encounter, but the lawyer for Jones's family says they were told by the state attorney that Raja did not show his badge when he approached Jones. Jones was shot 3 times, and the gun that Jones was carrying was never fired, according to the family attorney. His death sparked protests in the Palm Beach area, with the family demanding answers as to why Jones was shot. As for Raja's termination, Jones's family put out a statement saying, "We are pleased that the city of Palm Beach Gardens has terminated the employment of the officer who gunned down Corey Jones. We maintain that the officer in question also must be criminally liable for the reckless actions that night." The police union says they are disappointed at the termination. The head of the union saying that the city did not get all the facts before firing the officer. Inez Ferre, Al Jazeera, Miami.
There are new details tonight in a deadly officer-involved shooting over the weekend at a Florida roadside where the victim was apparently tending to his broken-down car. Paul Beeman's here with that. Paul?
Well, John, almost 72 hours after this shooting, there are still more questions than answers. But here's what we do know. After playing a late-night show with his band, Corey Jones's car broke down in the wee hours of Sunday morning on I-95 in Delray Beach, Florida. A police officer there pulled over to check out the situation, and seconds later, Corey Jones was dead. So far, it's hard to nail down exactly what happened early Sunday morning in Delray Beach, but one thing seems certain. Tensions and emotions are rising in the wake of the death of 31-year-old Corey Jones. The president of Palm Beach County's Police Benevolent Association says the officer involved is getting death threats. He blames the police chief for not being transparent.
What happened in Ferguson, you remember, it was days before the police chief and the administration came out and spoke about the event. And this is what I didn't want to happen. That's why I had to get on the media outlets to give the chief a kick in the butt.
Jones's family is also pushing for more details.
What would you say to the officer who shot Corey? You're face to face with him right now.
Well, I would plead to him to tell the truth. The truth's going to make you free.
But Palm Beach Gardens Police Chief Steven Stepp says his hands are tied.
At this time, this is really all we can say without trying to interfere with the investigation.
What Palm Beach Gardens police have said is that Officer Nouman Raja was on plainclothes duty in an unmarked vehicle when he stopped at 3:15 a.m. Sunday for a closer look at what he thought was an abandoned car on I-95. That's when Officer Raja was, quote, suddenly confronted by an armed subject. The officer discharged his firearm, resulting in the death of the subject. Local TV station WPBF, citing a police source, is reporting Officer Raja told investigators he fired after Jones pulled a gun, and that when Jones took off running, Raja saw a laser sight on the gun and fired again. At Tuesday's press conference, Chief Stepp provided more details about a weapon recovered at the scene.
A handgun was found at the scene, as was the box in which it was purchased. Mr. Jones purchased the handgun 3 days before the officer-involved shooting.
The shooting happened after Jones and his band, the Future Presidents, wrapped up a gig just after midnight Sunday.
Everything seemed normal. Corey was completely himself.
Jones was a well-known drummer who played in several bands and churches and worked as a city property inspector. He did have a concealed weapon permit, but friends don't think he actually carried a gun. They say Jones, the son of a minister and grandson of a bishop, was a quiet, mellow man who mentored black youth. Family and friends say they won't give up until the whole truth comes out. The vehicle Officer Raja was driving did not have a dash camera, and officers with the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department do not wear body cameras, so we will not see that kind of evidence. There is a report tonight in the Palm Beach Post that the working theory at this time, John, is that there was a misunderstanding because Officer Raja was in plain clothes and in that unmarked car, so there may have been some confusion about who was encountering whom on that dark roadside.
All right, Paul, thank you very much.
I'm the leading state sponsor of terrorism.